Hi everyone, and welcome back to No Man's Land, the Everything Challenge. As you can just see, entering into April, we just made $180,000 overnight. It looks like our new gold plant has been making serious bank. The only downside being that it is really hard to keep on going. Actually, let's look at the production. I assume it's going to be completely empty. Yeah, it is. It's gone through, well, 192 times 1,000 up to 192,000 litres per day. Water and methane are holding fine, and our silage has run out, so we'll just deactivate that for now. There's enough methane hanging around, so we don't have to keep that running, and we'll deactivate the gold as well. Today is planting day. Last month we did some oats, and this month we are either going to do soybeans or sorghum into one of our fields. Both soybeans is a bit late in the year. I want to be able to reuse the field for wheat and barley next crop. So probably we'll go with sorghum, nice short crop. And more importantly, we get the new premium expansion stuff. So we get to have fun with new tech, and being Cyber Monday, that seems to be very appropriate. So let's look at this store and work out what tech there is. So under vegetable technology, this is for harvesting. So that's the other end of the equation. What we need is a planter. So I've never done this before. So I believe what we need to do first is change the land so that it has hills in it, like little humps. And so this one is quite narrow. So there's a 3-point linkage. I'm not sure what the difference is. Maybe, oh, so you can do it on the front versus the back of your, so you can do it in front of you as you're planting. That's kind of cool. And then this one's just going to be wider, I guess. Yeah, much wider. Our field isn't that big, so maybe that front one's not the worst idea. And then planted. So it looks like we've got a 3-meter version, a 3-meter version, and then a 6-meter version and a 6-meter version. Tempted to go bigger than smaller. I assume this is a one-time deal, so we'll have to go over the land once with this, and then over the land with this. I think we'll just go big. Pretty sure. So what's the lease cost? 2,000 versus 51. For now, I'm going to lease these, and we'll see what they're like. So let's lease that one, and this is for planting, so we'll lease you as well. And just to have fun with it, and then I'm pretty sure we won't use any of these smaller ones. We'll go straight up to the big guy. Let's jump into our track. Actually, we'll do some Tobii Eye tracking. We don't do that very often. Let's run up to the shop and pick up these new toys of ours. Tech toys, you may say. The tracker does mean it moves around a lot. I think it's from a YouTube point of view, watching it point of view, it's not probably as enjoyable as playing it, but I can look around. My head is kind of about, well, it's really hard to see. It's about 45-degree twist in my head to get that. It's that's kind of cool. But the other option with the so there's two fields there. If we look at the map, I have two fields. We have this small one I've laid out for the purpose of these new premium expansion crops, but we could go full out and just get a huge amount produced this year and just enjoy it. And then hopefully that means our productions will be able to survive 1 or 2 years. Maybe we use that land to produce 1 or 2 years worth. Now what this does is, I believe, is it basically gives you a fertilization layer. So currently the land will be at nose fertilization. It all depends whether you've what do you call it? So how do we do this? So Right, yeah, so we have to lower it and then turn it on. So that's kind of cool. Nice and wide. I'm wary that, so we'll let that run. While that's running, I'm going to quickly go back at the equipment again. How much does this cost? $630. So leasing this, 32,000, and we're probably going to have it for a couple of days. So we should have the money in the bank for that. Oh, we went straight then. Yeah, we should have the money in the bank for that every single year. So we probably just will rent it every year and then return it. Because I don't think, unless it's in the sales, well, maybe it's in the sales. Have a look. What's in the sales? So we have, oh, there's a forklift in the sales. Yeah, I'm going to buy you. We need a forklift around the yard really badly, so that's a no-brainer. Oh, there's the Komatsu that we've already bought. We've already owned one of these, half off. And then there's a cedar. We've got our John Deeres, so that's not really required. So just fix this corner off. And yeah, just do a very quick time lapse as I do this, and then I'll see you on the other end, and we'll go pick up the planter and get something in the ground. I get a feeling that these roof crops are very, very slow. Even just this tilling of the ground to make the furrows is taking a fair while, and we haven't even got planting yet. And then the harvesting seems to be quite slow too. So hopefully they do have a pretty good yield for the time investment. I am wary that I've seen particularly Daggerwin say that the harvester runs at 4 miles per hour. And this guy's going along at 12, and it seems to be glacially slow. So I know he uses a mod, I forget what it's called, to change how fast the harvester goes, and I'm tempted to get that mod too if it is, you know, horrifically slow. I do plan to do the harvesting in multiplayer. I think it might be more fun than trying to fight the system and get the AI guy to go up and down. I don't like the idea of driving inside the field, which is what the AI tends to, or requires you to do. With multiplayer, we can treat it like a circle and go up and down each side. That's half the reason why I made this piece of land as narrow as it is, so we can do loops a little bit easier. But that's this field done. I think I'm going to go with carrots, because you know, carrots are cool. No real knowledge about what is best and what isn't. There is a production called the soup production, I think it's called, that takes in all three. It's called like, you know, the triple soup or something. So if you have all three, so carrots, parsnips and beetroot or red beets, you can make that, and I do believe it pays out the most. So rather than making each of those individually as soup, if you make them a triple, it does pay out more. So what I'm going to do in light of that is I am going to make some stripes of the other two types right here. Probably go in the order of 3 stripes, and might put a road in between them, so it's kind of obvious. Actually, you know, where I won't plow in the ground, I'll make it obvious that I haven't been there. And so we have all 3. I don't know how much a couple of lines like this will produce, but it'll be just fun to get the suit factory up and running. There's also a preserve factory, so if we have way too much that's going to overwhelm the suit factory, we can put the preserve down one too. I'm planning to use the gold production, tentatively. It's a little bit OP, and I don't want it to kind of use it to destroy the feeling of the game. But if we find that things are going a bit slow and we want a particular production to be available, I might just run one load of stones through it, get it's something like $100,000 profit out of that. But as I say, I don't want to use it too much. So yeah, I think I'll do a stripe. I'll make this the last stripe for this load. Hopefully I've made it an increment of whatever the harvester is. Then I'll leave probably about a half a width of the furrower, and we'll start another row. So one of these will be parsnips, one of these will be red beets, and then so I think about how wide do we want to make it? Probably about that wide. So I think that's it for this thing. I don't think we want to do much more than that. So I think we can return this guy. So let's go into our vegetable technology and return this. And then let's go plant some fields. There's a whole lot of sea bags up at the shop, so we should have enough to fill this machine. And now we have the forklift as well. I've been wanting a forklift for a while just to avoid the need to use super strength for some scenarios. We really need to buy another tractor. Having only one's a bit limiting. And 32 litres, which is absolutely nothing. Let's change this one to carrots. I have no idea whether carrots or beetroot or parsnips are any better than any other one. I don't know if any have a particular yield that's better or not. So put that down. Do we have to turn it on? We do. And off we go with carrot based. I'm going to let a worker do this. Does a worker allow you to do this? Guys, pressed it twice by accident. So we'll let the worker do that. And we have carrots in the ground. We didn't lime this field, but that's fine. What I want to do is run over. This is going to sound a bit random, but I want to get this harvester out of this forest. And I'm worried about frame rate, so what I want to do quickly is cut down the last of these big trees. And then we will put this thing back in the yard. So let me quickly do this. My next step is to worry about this area. What I want to do is increase our sheep effectiveness, if you may say. And by doing that, I want to put down a spinnery, because currently these are going nowhere. In fact, they're actually hiding here in the grass. We don't own this piece of land to our right. And I think a spinnery is not too expensive, so we may be able to do both. Let's see how much the spinnery costs. So production, I think there's a new one to do with the premium expansion, I think it was. Yeah, there is. Oh, it's huge. Yeah, $60,000. Kind of cool. But yeah, I was kind of thinking about putting it over here somewhere. So you output's on over here. And where's the input? Oh, sorry, this is the input there. And the output's on this side. So that was $60,000. That would bring us down to 109. I would like to maybe just probably put it. Probably. How do I want to put this? Something. Actually, I might be able to put it on this side of the road. So harvesters will come maybe down this way. So we need to give them some space. So let's put this, if the grass isn't going to be in the way. Probably like this. Oh, there it goes. We do have a point where it's happy. Right there. And that should be okay from this side point of view. Can definitely access both sides. So that's that. And we didn't have to buy any more land, which is awesome. So I think the texturing is okay. We'll give it a little bit more paint job. I'm just going to use dirt. We're right on our boundary here. We'll just dirtify the outside edge of this. It's like the gravel has faded off. But that's pretty cool. So, right, let's jump into our new... what's this thing called? Forklift. Is there any bags here? I think I will pick these up and bring them back to base. Our John Deere seeders, our big 3 set here on the right hand side, the ones that we run in triangle formation, are all full already. So we'll just be using this to refill the new premium expansion crops. We'll move it a little bit away from the fertilizers, which is what those are, and we'll put them over here. Don't have to worry about access to these greenhouses too much because there is more than enough water in those for 2 or 3 years. Alright, so let's go over and get our pallet of wool over to our new spinnery, which we, before we do anything, need to change it so that it is selling. So it's going to be, wool's going to be activated, and we are going to be selling, actually we're going to be distributing our fabric because we'll put down a clothing factory. We will not be selling those directly. My plan is to not sell any intermediate products, only sell end products, and if that means we have to store things, so be it. So let's get our one and only pallet off the ground here. I think it might be very prudent to get another sheep yard down. There's plenty of grass there. Is it this side for dropping off? Yeah. And one more industry started. So we'll just park that around here somewhere. Awesome. So we've really finished off this. So this will go to there, and now we need to put our clothing somewhere. I think this is far enough away from our field not to cause any harvesting problems. Let's check to see how our work is going. He's nearly finished. He's doing such a good job, I think I'll let him do the whole thing. I'm wondering if we can do fertilization at this point. If we look at the map, I assume, yeah, we get one. That's what the furrows do. The furrows give you 1 level of fertilization. I'm guessing there's going to have to be 1 level of crop growth before that pops. Our field behind us has had that, so we can definitely fertilize that one too. So in 2 months, after this one's popped and done its first level, we'll come back with the fertilizer, and we will do both this field and the one next to it, and that will bring them both up to 100%. What else can we do while this guy finishes off? I think I might just jump cut to when he's finished. All right, let's run across and do our 2 little stripe fields. There's a stick there. We'll do maybe beets first. Getting a little bit tight in there. I'll definitely will shave off the edge of that field at some point. So, risk of these furrows is just giving you 1 level of fertilization. So we can plant onto that gap. It would actually produce beets. So I'm going to keep it to the furrows just so we have deliberate different crop types. I've kind of probably made a little bit of a mess for myself because if we're going up and down without driving on the fields, we're going to have to be very careful about. We'll have to do the left-hand field, so like this line that's in the middle of the screen. Do that first, generate a gap in the middle, and then we'll be able to go up and down in circles a little bit easier. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I'm glad we got the wide one here. It's quite slow and not very wide. So if we did the narrower one, even if we had the furrow on the front and the planter on the back, it would be up and down a lot of times. Actually, would it be the same amount because you're doing 4? But you're only going up and down once, where we have to go up and down twice. Actually, I think it's the same speed. So basically, this only is a benefit to have these bigger ones if you actually have 2 tractors running at the same time. So it would actually cost us the same amount. I should have probably gone a little bit more to the right, and we would have got that last furrow. This is just an experiment, so I'm going to skip that probably this round. Alright, that's the beetroot done. And we'll change that now to parsnips, and then we'll have all 3 varieties. I'll line this up so we get 2 nice stripes. Yeah, it's cool to have a new crop type. This one is quite laborious, so I don't think it's going to be one that I'll be doing over and over again. I don't know what the yield's like. It all comes down to how much material do you get off a hectare, what does the conversion rate of that raw material into a product look like, what's the the financials of it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll find out. We'll at least enjoy the new crop. So it's Cyber Monday. Did you guys buy anything Cyber-ish? I've been thinking about getting the Sim Farm Thrustmaster joystick. I'm a 50-50 on. I'm a bit on the bench about it because the Xbox controller does a really good job, and basically every function that you want available in your hand is on the Xbox controller. So I don't know if it really generates that much worth. I think if you're a mouse and keyboard type person, 100%. If you're just maybe using a steering wheel and a mouse, I think it has a huge amount of benefits. But if you're a pure controller, like I am right now, I don't know how much benefit it is. There's a little bit there. So it looks like it doesn't work in reverse. It only looks like it works in forward. Straighten this up so we get a nice stripe. Just watching where that front wheel is on the tractor and its relative position to that furrow. But there we have it. We have parsnips, red beets, and a lot of carrots in the ground. I don't know whether we can eject this seed. I assume we can. Let's use the... Yep, we can. And we can return that to the shop under the rented stuff. Pretty cheap. Only used it for 0.3 of an hour. Thank you for your service. And now on to our regularly scheduled programming. This field's not too big. Oh, I'll probably use all three. It's debating whether I want to use 1, 2, or 3 of these. When you get to 3, it gets a little bit cumbersome. I think this one, I think I might just use 2 today. So disconnect the last one. And then choose that one. And what crop type is it? I forget. I think it was going to be sorghum. Where are we? So it's either, we can still do oats, but we've already done that in the other field. So sorghum, yeah, I think sorghum is what we chose to do. And sorghum will have a harvest time of here, which gives us plenty of time to turn around the field and then do a massive wheat and barley crop, or maybe canola across the whole property. So let's toggle these all to sorghum. You have to choose each of the trailers individually. All right. I think I'll go up and down so I have no chance of messing with the crop we just put in. Something like this will do. Put that down. There's no poweredness to this. It's just the wheels themselves cause the rolling. This also has fertilizer in it, so we'll get 1 level of fertilization. This shouldn't take too long for this small piece of land. So we are only at 1 o'clock in the day and it is prime season. It may be prudent to see if we can turn around a piece of land super quickly. I don't know how practical that is. Yeah, I don't know if we can get that done in 1 day. I think we might just finish the day off by finishing our grass clipping out the top of the hill there. We only did half the hill over the last couple of episodes. Okay. We've got this finished. Had to move the right hand cedar because it was going to hit that tree. But had to cut down some trees also on our path over here. I think one of the next things we'll do from a wood point of view is cut down this little forest. We really probably should be planting some more trees because we've been cutting a lot without replenishing them. So I'm just going to try to reverse and get this done. Yeah, these don't like it when you reverse. So that is the sorghum done. We'll quickly just go over to the yard here and refill these with our spare seed. Hopefully, I don't know if we'll be able to reach the back one there, so I might have to separate these out and do it that way. Yeah, so I'll disconnect the back one, put this one away, put the stick in, rejoin it to the convoy, ready for the next field that's far, far away. And quickly run over here. Yeah, these John Deeres, they're nice and wide, but they are a little bit finicky when it comes to just backing and stuff. They're hard to back. They really want to pivot hard. And it does take a little bit of effort to put them into the configuration that you want for road movement versus the actual seating. Yeah, so we have wheat. Over there we have oats. Over there we have carrots. We have our grass field up here for hay, grass, and all that type of animal stuff. That field should be big enough for that. And this is our play crops for now. And then we have in this one, I think was this the parsnips? No, this is the red beets, parsnips, and sorghum. We do have a little bit of a fertilization thing done there because we used the spreader we had, the John Deere. We got a fertilization as part of that, and we use a stone picker the last couple of episodes to clean these two up. I don't know whether we'll put a stone picker through this next time. Maybe, maybe not. So what's left to do from a month point of view? We could try to get another field turned around, but planting would be in May, and that'd be after wheat and barley. So it would just be a crop that goes round again. Sugarcane. I've always wanted to do sugarcane. Maybe we'd have to get it. It has to be one of these ones where the month is still available. So we could try to do corn, and then it would be the last month, and then we'll just have maybe a permanent cornfield. Or we could just start the really problematic things like grapes and olives. That's also an option. Yeah, so from a field point of view, all these are all done. The only thing we can do technically is just finish off the mowing, which probably is not the worst thing. Because the land is a bit tight, I think we're at the point where we may need to buy another property. I do want to maximize the properties we're on, but at the same time, I also want to make sure that the properties or the buildings on properties are at an appropriate place. Like, I want to put the sheep down, and I'd really want to put another one right here so it's close to the spinnery, but we don't own this land. We could try to squeeze it in back here. We have mown this grass, so it's not going to be a waste of money if we put something back here. I was kind of hoping for this to be a wood area, because that's our furniture factory, and this is where furniture has to get sold. So I'm tempted to put a production down in here. And with 110, 119 in the bank, I think we can afford that. We do have way too much. If we look at the things, we have way too much wood product. There's tons in storage, and we're not even using the wood that we have. So it would be good to have another person who can consume short planks. I think that's what we should do. I think we should get another production down that does that. And we need to go to the platinum expansion area. So there's barrel factory. That's a long plank. Furniture factory we have. Oh, we had that right down the front somewhere that was cheap. This one. Carpentry that just produces desks. I forgot all about this. So the product needs to get delivered into that area at the front, and it outputs over there. So we want to put this towards our towards where we might have a forklift running. This is right at the back of the property, and it's only $60,000, so that's actually quite good. I think so. There's enough land to go next door, so I think I'm going to squeeze this to. Well, I can't get super close. Actually, let's make it so we can drive through there, so we can go like drive through here and drive through there. Let's put down this kind of there. So, yeah, another nice little thing. I'm going to landscape this whole area. I think is this concrete? Nope, it's not concrete. It must be asphalt. It is. So let's asphalt up this whole area and make it a big industrial complex. One of the things I've wanted to do for a while is get some dirt on this road as it transitions. It fades into here. Yep. And yeah, nice little like industrial park. Let's set up the new production. I think I mentioned this last time. I really want to make it so that we have one production per episode. Hopefully we can achieve that. 5 times 240, it's only going to take 1,000 per day. So this is barely going to touch what the current sawmill is producing. It's producing 4 times that. So it's 16,000. So 1,000-ish out of 16. And this one's only taking another 3,000. So 3,000, 4,000 out of a lot more. So there's still a lot of capacity in that guy. Hopefully it'll start delivering. I think it delivers on the hour. And then as far as these materials, we'll just change them to selling. So yeah, one more production. So that's one more off the list. I don't know whether that's got a decent price or not. Let's see if we can find it. Furniture, there we go. Okay, $3,000, not too bad. One of the things I did mention before was honey. So even though we don't have a field for it yet, it is tempting to put a honey down. I think I might wait till we have a production that needs it. I think I'll do a bit more painting here too. That way the honey will be close to where it needs to go. And so let's put this out front too. And we'll do a little bit more at the back. In fact, we'll actually make it a road through here. Try not to put any asphalt in the sheep pen. Cool. So, yes, that's pretty good progress today. We've got the new spinnery and a forklift to help move things around. Let's do some dirt over here as well. We'll dirtify this, make it look more and more official. And we'll put a little dirt track through the back here. Yeah, cool. Looking more and more like a farm. It's a bit mixed what we're doing. We've got lumber and animal goods, but hey, I think we're going to get more and more complex as the game goes on. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is just finish the mowing up here, just so that the two grasses are in roughly the same growth cycle. And we'll call that a day as I jump across into the New Holland to do that. Hope you had a great Cyber Monday, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.